Hello, boy. You are a monster. And he's coming right up to us. Hello, boy. Oh, settle down. Settle down. He is very, very close. He's pushing his trunk against the car. You can feel the car moving. Hey, 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 hey. Stop that. Stop that. That's unacceptable. No. You've got to stop doing this. Otherwise I'm going to have to start up the car and chase you away. Come on, boy. What was that all about? Whew. Can you believe it? I've never had that happen to me before. Hey. Yeah, he can just waddle back down that road. Look at the big hole in his ear. Must have been a rebel in his youth. Had a piercing. Now, that was absolutely fascinating. Look at the way he's dangling his trunk over his tusk. And that's a sign of an elephant bull in must. You typically see that maneuver when they are in must, but that wasn't the case. He's not in must. You can see no dripping between his back legs. It's completely dry. But I think he's getting worked up because look at all those impala. Such an awesome display of size differences. It looks like he could possibly chase after them. He could be worked up, like I was saying, because there's a female that's in season nearby. So, look at all the impala running past, and that was too good to be true. Well, I was surprisingly quite calm there. Dave? Medium. I want to actually just jump out and see what happened there in the front of the car. Sure. I've never had an elephant do that. I've had elephants come close to the vehicle before, but he was like pushing up. You could feel the vehicle moving. He had his head pushed right up against the jack here. His tusks were touching the hood of the car at one stage. As I stand here, you get a good idea of size difference. I'm a centimeter under 6 foot, basically. So compare this to where he was up there. I'm sure some of you must have taken some screenshots of that, so you could possibly do a bit of an overlay. It would be terrible if I got squashed just days before leaving Safari Live, so got me thinking. He didn't seem aggressive or angry, or that's why I didn't really panic, I guess. He's still waddling off down the road there, still draping his tusk over his trunk. Let's go and, now that we've given him a bit of space, let's go and see what happens. But the caterpillar, I just dropped onto the ground just before the elephant came and started pushing the car around. Okay, well, we've caught up with our elephant friend. He's at Treehouse Waterhole, and he's just arrived. I'm thinking he's going to have a mud bath, so I just want to get us into a good spot. Yay, here he is. Slow down a bit so as to not excite him too much. And then I'm going to just loop down onto the other side of the waterhole. Oh, this is going to be good, everyone. Here goes. He's busy churning up the mud with his foot there, you can see, creating the right solution that he can then grip up with his trunk and splay and splatter all over his body. I'm just going to keep quiet for a while and we can just listen and watch. It's as if he doesn't even know which part of his body he wants to cover in mud first. He's going on top, underneath, on the side. And it looks like he's getting the perfect consistency churned up there. Hard to believe that he was resting those massive tusks in that trunk against our vehicle a few minutes ago. Hello to Lucy, Brian, and Inga, who have just furnished us with some very, very interesting information. And that is that this is the same elephant bull that had a very close encounter with Tara Perry. I think he also touched the vehicle, possibly not as much as he touched it with us, I don't think. And that is fascinating. He's obviously got that very distinctive hole in his ear, which is a great defining characteristic. Now, what's further interesting is that it's not uncommon for elephants, especially elephant bulls, to go very close to female guides who may be menstruating. Oh, look at this. He's plunging his tusks into the mud. You're going to break dance for us? Oh, this is so awesome. Look at that power. Fascinating. Look at all the mud on his tusks now. Polishing. Yeah. As I was saying though, before he pulled off that very strange stunt, it's not uncommon for elephants to investigate very closely females who may be menstruating. Now it looks like he's coming to say hello to us again. Boy, you cannot do what you did earlier. No. 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 No, you cannot do this. It is bad behavior. Settle down, boy. We will not tolerate that ill behavior again. We are loving you being so close. No. No, boy. No. 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 Go on. Whew. He is moving off. But we are going to send you across to James, and we are probably going to leave him be now. Hey. Settle down. Well, Dave's heart rates and my heart rates are both skyrocketing, as I'm sure a lot of yours are as well. Words cannot describe what just happened there. Just the most fascinating behavior from this elephant. He's not being aggressive. He's simply being inquisitive. Obviously, 6 tons of inquisitiveness can be hugely scary, and even though he may not mean to harm us, he could very easily. That's why we did decide to start the vehicle, and what I did, he's just feeding gently over there now on the dam wall. At one point I think I tried to push him away. That's why I've got some of his mud on my hand. He's also got all of this mud here from where he was pushing up against the vehicle. His tusk was literally right over here. That was scary. That was probably, well, it was by far the closest I've ever been to a wild elephant. Earlier on, when we got a whole engine between us and him, it wasn't as bad. But when it was just this flimsy door, which is essentially as thick as a tin of baked beans, and when he was right here in all his glory, it was terrifying. I thought he would have also responded to my voice. You would have noticed how I tried to escalate my volume and my voice to try and deter him. In retrospect, maybe I should have been a little bit louder earlier on, possibly used the vehicle engine a little bit earlier on to prevent him getting that close, but I guess hindsight is easy to reflect on and say, I should have done this or I should have done that. But just the most fascinating interaction with African giants. And I'm very, very happy that you were all here alongside to experience that, because I do not think that is going to happen again in my lifetime, and possibly neither in yours. So a magical memory shared with many, many people. So good stuff, Dave. Bit of a baptism of fire there. Earlier on, when we had that young elephant bull close to us, right at the beginning of the show, feeding maybe a meter from the vehicle afterwards, Dave says, wow, that was incredible. I've never been so close to elephants. Well, little did you know, Dave, that shortly after that, we were going to have one pushing against the front of the vehicle. Shortly after that, one right here. Dave did a great job on camera there, so well done for keeping your head and not running for the closest form of cover. Thank you for not abandoning ship. And again, I don't think you will ever get to film something like that in your life again. So that is one to put in the memory bank in the closets. And again, what a great privilege that we got to share that with people around the world.